What's up, guys, and welcome back to Tiki Boy Theories. We are halfway through the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series, but just a short while ago, the official trailer for the Loki series was dropped onto YouTube. In today's video, I'll be breaking down this new trailer to try and determine what might occur in this new series. With all that being said, let's begin with the video. So the trailer starts off with what looks like a TVA soldier and Loki walking through a portal. The TVA soldier seems to be holding Loki by his cape with his left arm, but in his right arm he is holding the Tesseract. Now I'm guessing this soldier and Loki have just come back from the Gobi Desert, because that's where Loki landed when he stole the Tesseract. Even in the first trailer, there are scenes where the soldiers from the TVA are entering a tent in the Gobi Desert to find and apprehend Loki. You can also see that Loki seems to be wearing the same collar that he was wearing in the first trailer when he was talking to Owen Wilson's character, Mobius and Mobius. Now, I'm not quite sure what this collar does, but I'm guessing it has the power to kill or shock Loki if he tries to escape from the TVA or tries to break the collar.
With the proximity sensor will result in an electric shock. Any attempt to remove the ankle device will result in
an electric shock. Yeah, I get it.
Next, we get a view of what the TVA headquarters looks like. We can see that there are 3 statues which are probably Justice Love, Justice Peace, and Justice Goodwill from the comics. We then see a very high-ranking TVA agent sitting at a desk. At first I thought this person was in charge of the TVA, but the captions on YouTube say that this person is a TVA judge, so she's probably just questioning Loki at the moment. Next we hear Mobius and Mobius explaining to Loki that he created an alternate reality when he stole the Tesseract, and that he wanted to recruit Loki as a TVA agent to help fix the flow of time. You also see a small screen showing what looks like a line with some other lines coming out of it. If you're wondering what this is, it basically shows the flow of time. The blue line symbolizes the reality where Thor took Loki and the Tesseract back to Asgard, and everything leading up to the events of Avengers Endgame. The red lines represent the alternate realities that were created when the Avengers traveled back through time. I don't think all of the realities were created by the Avengers and Loki, because at the moment we all know that Loki created one alternate reality, and the Avengers went back in time and fixed all their alternate realities that they created. My opinion is that the rest of these realities have been created by other versions of Loki, because in the trailers we can see that there are at least 3 other versions of Loki. One of which seems to have a different hairstyle and is standing in front of a mirror. The second Loki we see is dressed in a green suit and is wearing his horns from the comics. The third Loki is dressed in a black suit with sunglasses and is boarding a plane with a duffel bag full of money. And the last Loki-like figure is wearing a hood and seems to be attacking and fighting the TVA soldiers. Now, I'm not sure if there are going to be more versions of Loki in this series, but that's as many versions of him as I can name right now.
That's a very, very interesting theory.
Next, we see Loki dressed in a TVA jacket and walking alongside Mobius and a small group of TVA soldiers. They all then walk through some small portals and into some very Earth-like locations. From what it looks like, I think that Loki, Mobius, and the TVA soldiers are traveling back through time at the exact moment all the alternate realities were created, to try and erase all the events that created these timelines. We then get a shot of the mysterious hooded figure fighting the TVA soldiers. Now, I've already said that this figure could be Loki, but I think that it could be an agent of Mephisto, because Mephisto was teased to appear in WandaVision, where it turns out the main antagonist of the series was Agatha Harkness. Due to the fact that this series is dealing with the multiverse, I think that maybe Mephisto could have sent someone to find an object of power, like the Tesseract, which is currently in the hands of the TVA. The next scene shows Loki standing in front of New York, but all the buildings have been squished together for some reason. Remember in the first Avengers film where the World Council launched a nuclear strike on New York so that the Chitauri army would be destroyed? Well, this might be a reality where Tony Stark didn't succeed in carrying the missile through the Tesseract's portal to destroy the Chitauri mothership, and the missile ended up destroying New York. After the scene, we can see that Loki appears to be fighting some mysterious individuals. I'm guessing these people could be aliens from another planet or reality, or they could just be demons working for Mephisto, which might give an explanation to why Loki's fighting them. Next we see what looks like some meteorites falling onto a purple planet. My theory is that this place is the Dark Dimension, or that the meteorites are from the Dark Dimension, because the only time purple has ever been used in the MCU is to display dark magic or power from the Power Stone. Another scene that I found very important is where we see Loki standing in what looks like Asgard in the first trailer, So in the first trailer, there's a scene where Loki jumps off a plane with a bag full of money, but is then caught by the Bifrost. Maybe when Loki was caught by the Bifrost, he got taken back to Asgard, which explains why he seems to be in Asgard. Next, we see Loki walking in a very Asgardian room. This room looks very similar to Agatha Harkness's basement, which appeared in WandaVision for the first time. And I've already said that the Dark Dimension could appear in this series, so this might be Dormammu and Mephisto's kingdom. We then see that Loki has been granted the ability to use telekinetic energy to blast people away from him, similar to Wanda's powers. We then get several scenes of Loki in different locations, like the purple planet we saw before, and a small village. After all of these scenes, the trailer ends with several different letters to spell the name Loki, symbolizing that there are many different versions of Loki in the multiverse. I'm not so positive about everything I've said in today's video because this series has actually gotten me a bit confused, but let me know what you think might happen in the comments down below. Like and subscribe to the channel and turn on all post notifications so you don't miss out on good videos like this one. Bye for now, and I'll catch you in the next one.